Welcome to Order Entry Basic Setup Part 2. In this exercise, we're going to look at setting up extended orders and also working with what are called order sets. First of all, an introduction to extended orders. Basically, what an extended order allows you to do is to set up an order so that more information can be entered about the order. It's especially useful if you're doing things like referrals or radiology orders. So in order to set up an extended order, what we have to do is go to Maintenance, Templates, Order Templates, and Extended Orders. Now, as you'll notice, this facility has a lot of extended orders already set up. We're going to look at an example just to see how this works with order entry. I'm going to go down and search for an X-ray extended order, and basically what this one is for adding additional information about any radiology orders that the provider might make at this practice. If I edit this extended order, I can see that we have a number of fields that have been entered so that they will require input from the provider when making an order. So in this example, we have history, we have a reason for the X-ray, we have notes, and we have the date of the injury. If I wanted to add an additional piece of information that might be necessary, I can simply highlight a blank line, and I can click on New, and I can give this any kind of a caption I want. I'm just going to call this Test 1, just for an example. The different types of input that I can accept here, we have date, number, text, a yes or no, time, a list, and a list that is non-strict. I can also specify width for each one of these columns and what the default value should be. So again, you can use these as necessary to further customize the way an order will react when placed. I'm going to go ahead and cancel this, and I'll leave without saving changes. And let's go ahead and look to see how we specify tying an extended order to an order name. I'm going to go to Maintenance, Templates, Order Templates, and Order Names. Now within this tree, I'm going to pick out an example of an X-ray that I had put in as an order name. I'll click on Edit, and where I specify this extended order is right here. I've specified that the extended order X-ray should be tied to the order name, chest X-ray. If you want to see what the dialog of the extended order will look like, I can click on View Dialog, and that'll show me what the provider will see when they click on this order. So I'll click on OK. And what I'm going to do now is open up a chart for a test patient, Donald Duck. And I will go to the Orders tab, and I'll go ahead and place a test order for this patient. I'm going to click on New, and I'm going to go to Radiology, and I'll click an X-ray. I'm going to pick chest X-ray, and as soon as I click on Add, the extended order dialog box will pop up. I can go ahead and type in a history on this patient, reason for the X-ray, any notes, and the date of the injury. And again, this is just customized for this particular practice. You can customize this however you would like. I'm going to place 01/01/11. I'll hit on OK. And now I have a pending chest X-ray. Now if I right click on this order and print copy, I'm going to print this to a PDF so we can take a look at it on screen. If the lab would have needed to print out a copy of this order, this is what it would look like. Donald Duck has an order, and we have all the pertinent information about the extended order. It's a chest x-ray, routine, fell down the stairs, and take 3 x-rays of the left arm. In this next section, I'm going to cover kind of a neat way to configure referral orders so that you have a pick list of doctors to choose from when sending this patient out. I'm going to show you a sample order first, and then we'll look at how this was created. I'm going to click on Orders for this test patient, and I'm going to click on New. And I'm going to move down in my order tree and select Referral. And I'm going to refer this patient to a bariatric surgery specialist. Now, as soon as I click on Add, an extended order screen is going to pop up in my list. So I'll click on Add, and here's my extended order screen for this particular order to a bariatric surgery specialist. For the reason, I can just type in a simple reason. Now, the provider of service is a free text field, or it's a drop-down box that has a selection of bariatric surgeons in the area that we refer to. There's only one in this case, but I'm going to go ahead and pick that. And I'll send off a referral note to the operator to make sure that she sends the proper information. So I'll go ahead and type in Send All Progress Notes. Records faxed in this case is just a field that will be used by the order processor, who would be the referral coordinator, and she'll use this just to note whether she's faxed any records or not. And the office must call, that's just an informational field. For all bariatric specialists, the office has to call to make the appointment. Some of these specialists allow the patient to do so, and that will also be noted here. I'll click on OK, and that order will go ahead and present me with some operator instructions. So basically this is to the referral coordinator saying this is the thing that you need to do in order to get this appointment scheduled and the proper information sent over to this office. I'll go ahead and click on Close, and now I've got an appointment, or an order rather, for this patient going to a bariatric surgeon, and the facility is referral or outside referrals, which again, as noted in part 1 of training, will allow me to print a very specific order form for this patient because it's an outside referral. Now at this point you may be asking yourself, well, that's pretty neat. How did you get those drop-down boxes with the proper providers to refer to? Well, that's an option within Practice Partner called List Maintenance. So if I go to Maintenance Tables, Maintenance Templates, List Maintenance. This gives me all the lists that are available in Practice Partner. So if I look at the referral bariatric surgery list name, if I edit this, I'll see that there is my doctor that I had referred to previously, John Glasscock. We can add as many as we need to here to populate that drop-down list. The only stipulation here is that you're limited to 50 characters, which can be kind of a pain in some cases, but as long as you can get the doctor's name in there, the facility address, and a phone number, that should be enough information for the referral coordinator to make the proper referral. Now, in order to get these list names tied to a particular extended order, there's a little bit more involved. I'm going to have to go to Maintenance Templates, Order Templates, and I'm going to go to Extended Orders. And I had to create an extended order specific to each type of referral because each one of these is going to have a separate list associated with it. Unfortunately, it is kind of a lot of work, but in the end it's going to end up being easier for you because if any changes need to be made to the physician names, they just have to be done in List Maintenance, and that's the only place. So for this particular extended order set for bariatric surgery, I'm going to click on Edit. And you'll see that under Provider of Service, if I edit this one, this specifies that my provider is going to be selected from a list called ref bariatric surgery. So again, if I'm going to have to create an extended order name for each type of referral, and I'm also going to have to create a list for each type of referral. Well, it does sound like a lot of work up front, and it kind of is. In the end, it's going to pay dividends simply because it's so easy to maintain. So I'll click on OK. Click on OK again to get back to the Practice Partner main screen. So that kind of summarizes how referral is handled. Now the referral order form will contain all the information that you had specified in that extended order. So it's going to have the facility, the provider name, the phone number, and all of that, so that this referral order can be completed pretty easily. The next thing I'm going to cover is what's called the hidden order set. A hidden order set is really useful if you are in a situation where you have a lot of panels that doctors might order, and you don't necessarily want them to have to pick each individual test because they're not going to remember all 10 to 12 tests or whatever are in that panel. So the easiest way to handle that is to create what's called a hidden order set. And the way I do that is I need to go to Maintenance Templates, Order Templates, and Order Names. You want to make sure you have all the components of your panel already in there as individual lab tests before you do this. So I'm going to go ahead and look at an existing hidden order set called Basic Metabolic Panel. I'll go ahead and edit this, and I can see that it's specified as a hidden order set. The order facility is Allen, so that it will choose the proper requisition form when printing, and the order type is laboratory, so that it will appear easily in the lab's order processing screen. I've got my procedure code in there, so all I have to do is click on Order Set. And these are all of the individual components of a basic metabolic panel. So all you have to do here is type in the order name, and then leave it all set to default with suppress dialog and suppress instructions. Now again, the benefit of doing this is that when you place the order for the basic metabolic panel, all of these tests that are listed separately within the hidden order set will be ordered, but again, the doctor doesn't need to worry about these. Since he ordered the panel, these are all included.